So, when he goes to a Cybertronian diner, does he get the senior discount?
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the FansToys KOOT. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So up front here, we have some nice illustrations of KOOT in his vehicle mode, in his robot mode. Yes, his name is KOOT. And on this side of the box, we have KOOT, and on the other side of the box, we have KOOT, and on the bottom, KOOT, and on the top, KOOT, and on the top, this is the back of the box. I know sides. The back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. He does this, that, the other, and you have quite a lengthy bio if you want to read it. I will scroll up for you. You can read that on your own time. Go ahead, reading, and that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with another image there of KOOT. On the back you have more product shots, you have tech specs if that interests you, you have that same very lengthy bio in very small type to totally hurt your eyes. Hooray for cards! And moving right along, here we have the old KOOT himself, and this is FansToys' take on G1 Cup. A very nice figure. I do have my little issues with it, but all in all, though, he is a solid figure. So here he is in his vehicle mode, his weird-looking pickup truck thing mode, which just, it works for Cup. It works for Cup. But nicely done. You can see you have silver here for the rims, some silver in the back. You got some orange back here as well as some silver back here. Some nice details going on. Your front windshield, which is done in a metallic paint. I did already put stickers on him because they did actually engineer a way to have a sticker in this spot in both vehicle and robot mode, despite the way he transforms, and I'll show that when we get to transformation, and that's why I have stickers on him already, because I wanted to show that off. But it's cool. It's just it's a very small little engineering trick that they worked in to be able to make that happen. I like it. But there is the front of the vehicle there. And the underside, you can see him. You can see his arms kind of bunched up in there. He rolls, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. Due to the way the legs transform, the wheels are on a spring, so he does have some rear suspension going on there, which is pretty cool. So you got that going on. And for comparison, here he is with Toy World's, not Cup. So you can see how they look together. Here he is with the Titan's Return Cup. So you got that. Here he is with Open and Plays, not Springer. So you can see how they scale with one another. Here he is with Masterpiece Hot Rod. So you can see how that works. And here he is with G1 Cup, because it's pressure. It's a cup of pressure. So you got that. Now, as far as weaponry goes, he does include his gun right here, which is nicely molded. No paint on it, but nicely molded. And you can store it on the truck mode. You do have an opening right here. You can slot that in. As you can see, the handle is on a hinge there, so you can angle that up. And the port itself can rotate, so you can have that gun angled however you wish, which is pretty cool. So you have storage for your gun, and he does also include his Target Master, which is a pretty nicely done Target Master. I think this is one of the better Target Masters, one of the better third-party Target Masters that I've messed with. There he is, and getting close here. On the face, you can see some nice silver on the face, blue for the eyes, and just cast in black plastic there, like a light gray for the legs. And the back, of course, is the gun barrels. And just for a size comparison, here it is with Legends Bumblebee, just so you can get a sense of how big he is. So, you got that going on. As far as articulation on this guy, the head can rotate. The arms, as you can see, are on a ball joint. They can rotate. They can go in and out. You also have a hinge there as well. The elbows are on a ball joint at the top and also a hinge there. So you have full range of movement. He does have waist rotation. The legs can move forward that far, can move back about that far before the gun barrels get in the way. Outward, do the full splits. The knee, you do have a double jointed knee, a hinge at the top, and a ball joint at the bottom. So you do have nice range of movement there. You can do that kind of weird stuff and get full bend there at the knee. And his little feet are on a ball joint. You don't really get much upward movement. You get a little bit of downward movement and some tilt. And of course, rotation as well. So you got that going on. And to transform him into a gun, what you're going to do here is you're just going to raise this section up and raise all this up. Unfortunately, his face is always going to be facing out. You can't hide his face because if you turn his head around, his head crest will bump into that pin right there, and it won't allow you to straighten out the barrels. So he does have to be always looking straight out. You can't really hide his face. You can hide his face, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But you want to just fold the arms up like that, bring them together, and they will tab together like that. Then you take the bottom portion of the legs and rotate those 180, and they will tab together like that. And then you just fold the legs up, and there's a little post right there. It's just going to plug in right there. So you just line all that up and plug that in. I think I got that plugged in. Do I? Nope, I don't think I do. Plug it in, plug it in. I think I got it. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to fight with it. But then you just take the handle, bring it down, and there you have the gun mode. And it's a decent looking gun mode. Again, it kind of sucks that his face is just kind of hanging out. His face isn't really all that well hidden. I mean, it's kind of sort of hidden, but it's still like you can still see it right there. Yeah, it's right there. One way I found that you can hide the face, if that really bugs you, is you can just turn the arms around like this, and then just swing the arms the other way, like that, and that way you can actually hide the face. And I find that works a bit better because his face just sticking out like that does kind of bug me. So you can have that going on and it'll cover up the face. And if you don't like that gap there, you just take the legs and you just, bring them up like that so they sit flush. You can have that going on if you want to. So totally up to you. It's options. Just saying, I'm presenting you with options. So you got that going on. And of course you can store this gun back here if you want to as well. We'll still plug in, can still rotate, move up and down, do all that good stuff. So you have that right there. So there's his Target Master. And that is pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to come to these side panels right here. We're just going to bring that up and bring that out, and that will help you just kind of push this little panel out. Because you want to bring that out. All right, come on. Come on, there we go. Come on, there we go. Just you want to unpeg that. You see it pegs in right there. Just bring that down, which will free this up, so you can bring that up and get that out of the way. Do something on your side. Just pull that up. One side is usually a little easier to do than the other one. There we go. That up, get that one pegged like that, bring that up like that, and we're on our way. So now you want to take these sections here and you just want to pop this up and bring that back. It's on a slider right up in here, so you want to slide this to the outside like that and bring that in, and that will just tab in right there like that. Same thing on the other side, just pop that up, slide that to the outside, tab that in, and booyah. So now with the legs, a couple things going on here. You want to take this center panel here and just push this up. That will untab it from these sections here. And you have these tabs that go in right in there on the sides as well. So you have a couple locking points here. And you also want to unpeg the sides of the legs from the side of the knee right there as well. So you have quite a few locking points with the legs. So undo all that You can bring that up, get that out of the way. And now we can work on the legs. So what you want to do here is you want to rotate the leg down at this hinge right here. So just rotate this down, and now rotate this hinge down like that. And once you do that, you can straighten all this out and then collapse the leg up. You do want to bring this in a little bit at an angle so it slides in, and when you're going into truck mode, just kind of bring that out a little bit and then pull it out. So do that. Once you've done that, you can take this little panel right here, and that will push the wheel into the leg. That will clip into place. Flip up the toe, and there you have the leg all done. Second verse, just like the first. So just bring that down, bring that down, straighten all this out. Just collapse that in, like so. Bring down that panel, clip it in, flip up his toe, and there you have the legs all done. So now we will move on to the upper body. So now we are going to just come back here and just kind of give this a little tug backwards. That'll unclip all this, and then these sections right here, the side sections, will come undone and come down like that. At this point now, we can take the backpack and just bring this as down and as back as it will go. So like that. So come in here and you can bring up his head. You can bring out these little panels here. Flip those out. Come here. Come here. There you go. Flip that out like that. These little sections right here, you just want to rotate them up like that on either side, so they sit that way. These sections with the wheels, you want to bring these back. And at this point now, you can bring up the arms, and they will lock into place. There's a nice solid thoop right there. Nice solid thoop that locks them into place quite securely. It's a nice secure thoop. So thoop those into place. Once you do that, you have my main issue with this toy in that there's not a lot of room to work back here. Like there's a lot of stuff just kind of cluttered about, and it makes for getting these things moving a little bit of a pain in the butt. But what you want to do is you want to take these panels right here and just kind of work that around this. You basically just kind of have to take this section with the wheel and just kind of pull it up while you're moving that around, which I don't like doing. I don't like shoving parts past parts, like kind of flexing things around. That could have been engineered a little bit more smoothly, but oh well, it is what it is. But these panels here will come around and tab in right there. So do it on the other side. Again, just kind of flex that out of the way and move that around. Tab that in. And then this little panel right here, you're going to bring that around and bring that down, and that will finish up his hip skirts. So just swing that around, bring that down like so. So now we got that part done. So now, back here, you want to take this little panel here, and actually, no, before we do this, I always do this in the wrong order. First thing you want to do is you want to take the section here with the wheels, and you want to push this down like that. Push it all the way down, and now we can come to this section here, flip this down, and bring this down on a double hinge like that, and then you take the wheels and you bring them into the body like so. Now, one thing is the instructions tell you wrong when it comes to this part of the transformation when you're going to truck mode. When you're going to truck mode, the instructions tell you to pull this section up first, and no, you can't do that because the wheels actually lock this section in place. So when you're going into truck mode, take these wheels, bring them out first, and that will free up this section here. So do that in the proper order. The instructions actually do not tell you the right order to do that. So bring all that in like that, and once that's done, you can take this whole backpack section here and just bring that up. This big tab right here will go right in here to lock all of this in place like that. And once you do that, you can take this panel right here, turn this around, bring this up, and this will just tab in right back here. And you have tabs and slots right there also. So all that will secure in place like that. These little panels here, you just fold down like that, and he does have kind of a messy backpack, but so now I can show off this little engineering trick with the stickers. Now, as you can see, you have these little separate panels here. And what you do now is you can just spin these around like so. Spin them around, and you can have your sticker, your cut in half sticker, anyway, on either side here. Make sure you don't peel them off by accident. Rotate those little panels there with the sticker on it. So now you have the two halves of your Autobot symbol, and then you can bring that together to make it whole again. That's pretty cool. That's clever. So now with the whole chest piece, you bring it down on this hinge right here. Bring that all down, and then bring this up. Bring it up under these sections right here. Stuff those up, and then these will just clip in to hold all that in place. And you just squeeze his chest together and get all that lined up. And again, that's a neat, despite the way it transforms, they did make it so you can still have an Autobot symbol in that spot regardless, which is pretty cool. So make sure these little underarm pieces are in the right spot, which usually they kind of move themselves. There you go. Get those in this place. There you go. Got to select that. And then you just bring the arm down, just straighten it out, rotate at the biceps so everything's oriented properly. Bring it down, straighten out the arm, rotates. And I believe we're done. Oh, we're done. Yes, we're done. Woo, we're done. And there you have FansToys KOOT, aka Cup, in his rebought mode. And he looks really good. I mean, he looks like G1 Cup. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Looks really good to me anyway. So let's get in close here, not on his chest, but on his noggin. There's his noggin. I think they did a really good job on the face sculpt, personally. That definitely, like I said, it looks like Cup. They even got the bags under his eyes. Very nicely done. You got some nice metallic blue for the eyes, which looks really nice. That shines quite well. And yeah, definitely, that looks like Cup. Looks like he's about to tell you some old war stories. And big chest there. Again, I love that little trick there. So you can still have the the sticker in that spot. I love that. It's clever. It's simple, but it's clever. I like it. And you got some transparent orange there on his, his belt. And right here on the forearms as well. And you got some gunmetal gray there on his knees. And up the back. He does have kind of a messy looking backpack. It's not, yeah. There's one thing I don't care for too much is the backpack. It would have been nice if they were able to find a way to clean this up a little more, especially these panels right here just kind of hang out the sides. Like I wish they could have found a way to do something with them to where they went somewhere else and clean this up a little bit more. But oh well, as always, I don't display my figures facing the wall, so it doesn't really matter what the back looks like. But still, something to note. So there you have that. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint due to his helmet. You don't get too much wiggly waggly. You can look up a little bit. You can look down a good bit. Can do a full 360. The arms can do a full 360 on a soft ratchet there, as you can hear. Arms can move in and out. You do have rotation at the bicep. You do have a double jointed elbow, so you have a nice full range of movement there. You do have wrist rotation. The hands can open and close. He does have waist movement, which unfortunately, this is another little flaw of the toy, is that when you turn the waist, it undoes these side panels here. That's like, but, oh well, what are you going to do? But these little panels here can move out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. The legs can move forward, that far, back, that far, outward, that far. You do have thigh rotation. He does have a double jointed knee. So you have a nice deep bend there. And the feet, toes can move up very slightly, can move down a lot due to transformation. And you have ankle tiltage right there. So, decently posable. Get that straightened out there. So, there you have that going on. Of course, he can hold his weapons, and it's the usual tab in the slot in the palm method. Just open up his hand. Plug that gun in, and he holds that pretty securely. And you can give him his target master also, if you wish. Just put that in his other hand. Like that. Again, that holds pretty secure like. So you can add both of his weapons if you want to. Now he does include some optional parts that you can swap out if you want to. He does have an alternate face here with a cigar. And the cigar is a separate piece. It just tabs into his mouth there. Pretty cool. You have that optional face there. They do also give you an extra cigar in case you lose one, which is very much appreciated because it is a tiny piece. But you can swap the face out if you want to. The face is a little hard to swap out. You do have to. I found the easiest way to do it is just undo his chest here. That way you have better access to get under his chin, and it's pegged in there. There you go. You can you can't just pop it off. And it fell on the floor. Come back here, face. Come back here, face. Thank you, face. I found it. I got it. All right. So you unpeg his face there, and you just replace it with the cigar face. Just got his chest back on. There you go. So now you got him with a cigar, if you want to. So you have the option, which is pretty cool. You do also get optional windshield pieces. And these are done in a nice transparent plastic. They even have some sparkly in there. And you get all three pieces, so you can replace the whole windshield for the truck mode if you want to. And I'll just show how this works again. We have to kind of undo his chest here. Oops, I knocked the cigar out of his mouth. I'll put that off to the side. You shouldn't smoke anyway. Smoking's bad for you. Anyway, just bring his chest forward. The easiest way to do this is you can see the pegs right back here. You can just push the pegs from the other side there and just pop those pieces off. Like that. Just pop those off. Boop. There you go. So now we'll put your chest back in here. And you can see they even added some molded detail underneath here. And you just take the new chest pieces and you just peg those on. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And me personally, I like this better. This is probably how I'm going to end up displaying him. Because I do actually like the way that looks. Which looks a lot better than the promotional shots. The original promotional shots, it was just a straight up clear plastic, and it just did not look good. But this one actually is colored to match his paint scheme. So I like that they made that change, and it does look a whole lot better. And I will probably end up displaying him with these pieces because me personally, I just like that a whole lot better. But hey, as always, your toy displayed however you wish. You have the options, and options, as always, are good. So you got that going on right there. And now for comparison. Here he is with Toy World's Not Cup. So you can see how they look together. And yes, no. No, no, no. No, no, yes. Yes, yes, no. No. Get out of here. Here he is with Titan's Return Cup. So you can see how they look. Here he is with... Actually, let's just try to get a group shot going here. Here he is with Big Spring. We'll get Hot Rod in here. We're going to try to get a group shot. Please stand, Hot Rod. Mine has such loose ankles. Here, just lean up against Springer there. There you go. Here he is with Unique Toys Blur. And we'll have Magnus in the back here. You can see how they all look together. So there you go. So that's a nice little group shot we got going on there. I can work with that. I can work with that. So you got that going on. Let's move these guys out of the way. Magnus! And last but not least, here he is with G1 Springer because everything's falling over off camera. Hot Rod fell over and killed everyone. Anyway, here he is. What was I saying? Oh yeah, pressure. It's a big cup of pressure. And one more spliced in comparison. Here he is with MP10. So, there you have that. So, there you go. So, there you have FansToys KOOT. Actually, before we wrap this up, let me get this guy back into robot mode real quick so we can have him standing with the KOOT here. Boom! Alright, so there he is with KOOT. And yeah, so there you have FansToys KOOT. Overall, a very nicely done figure. He does do some things that bug me, like, you know, like I said, the backpack could have been a little cleaner, but again, it's the back, so ultimately I don't care, but still it does kind of bug me a little bit. The waist, just the way the waist works, or doesn't work, to where it knocks those panels out of the way, that could have been done a bit better. Some little clearance issues just with the transformation with those backpack pieces, just, you know, swinging things around. I don't like having to flex things around to move pieces past other pieces. That's something that could have been, I think, streamlined a bit better somehow. So some little things that could have been improved upon, but overall does not kill my overall enjoyment of the figure. I still think he's really cool. I do quite dig him. It's a very nice looking G1 cup, all in all. So there you go! So if you would like this or any of FansToys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the FansToys KOOT, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Whoa, not bad for an old-timer. Old-timer? That's something you'll never be if you don't get back to the city. You know, someday I'm gonna be your leader. Just saying, because I can win if I dare. Yeah, sure, whatever, kid. When petro rabbits fly out of my tailpipe.